Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for checking it out. We're doing another love and relationship reading, and today the astrological influences are the 7th house, which is the house of partnerships or partners. So it can mean, because it represents Libra energy, so Libra is ruled by Venus, which is about love and relationships. However, Libra is also known as like the scales of justice and balance. Is it justice? Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I got off track. I got distracted by something. But so it's not just love and romance, because it can represent marriage and taking your partnership, if it's romantic, to the next level in terms of like a commitment in terms of marriage. But it does really represent legal documents. So that is the 7th house. Libra energy, which is balance and things that are fair, because it's an air sign. So it's also about being emotionally detached, which is funny. We have the air element that came up too. So Libra energy is playing huge right now, I feel, because we have the 7th house, which represents Libra, and then air, which Libra is an air sign. But it's about fairness and being emotionally detached, so you're able to logically and objectively look at something without getting emotional about it, which is why legal stuff is represented in both of these signs, or both of these cards, because when you think about court and legal things happening, it's really, there's no emotion involved, right? It's just what is fair, what is just. So my first thought was, it tied into when this card came up with one of the readings I did recently. It had the sun and the moon, and it had this card with it, and I kind of was picking up that it was a masculine feminine communication was happening. So it could very well be something having to do with communication happening, because it says communicating, and it is about communication. This card is very much about our words and how we're using them, but it is also about our thoughts. So like thinking things through, wanting to be fair and logical, and really think about things before jumping into it, which makes a lot of sense when it comes to partnerships, right? It's very important, no matter what type of partnership it is, marriage or getting into a committed relationship, or even business partnerships, because it can have to do with friends. And if it's legal documents, that could very well be career, business. What type of partners are you working with when it comes to business? You really want to think those things through. Read everything very carefully, especially if it's a legal document. We're in Mercury retrograde, which is not like, it's not advised to be signing contracts right now, to be starting new projects. However, of course, sometimes those things happen. So it may be presented to you. You may not be able to wait until after Mercury retrograde, right? Life is not perfect, and it happens that way. But it's just reminding you to make sure you are coming at it from an objective perspective, thinking about it, making sure all the words match up. You are making sure that your words are in integrity with how you feel and what you want. And so you want to think of things through before jumping into a partnership. So say somebody comes to you and proposes to you, or someone is like, hey, I really want to take our relationship to the next level. Maybe you've been friends and now I want to date you. Or, hey, would you want to start this business with me, or something to that effect? Really think about it. Think and make sure that you take that time before just jumping into it. You don't want to be emotional or passionate here. You really want to be logical. And so it very well also could be someone communicating, as in someone coming to you and communicating something specific in terms of, like I just said, hey, I want to date you. Hey, I want to marry you, whatever it is. So it could be that. And there was one other thing that was coming through. Maybe I said it already. I don't know. But I'm going to get more cards, obviously, to see what this is picking up on specifically, so it's not so confusing, because if it's general, I'm basically talking about all scenarios possible. But take whatever resonates for you, because it's not going to be the same for everybody. So, oh, look at this. Okay, we have the 4, the house, which came out the other day in a reading. And then 22, and I don't remember what this is called, but 2 plus 2 is 4. So it's 2 4s. So maybe it's about buying a house, selling a house, if we're talking about buying a house with somebody possibly, or because yeah, I think that did come up about maybe possibly wanting to move house. That was came up in the other reading, and then I can't remember the name of this card. Let me look it up. Paths, decision, choice, life path, your journey. So deciding, choosing. Interesting. Okay, so it is about, it seems like, if I'm reading it literally, it's like someone's asking you, hey, do you want to move in with me? Do you want to buy this house with me? Or do you want to buy this property with me? Or do you want to purchase this property? Or, hey, I'm going to give you this property, or something to that effect. And it has to do with possible legal documents and a partnership of some kind. And then this is about paths, like which path are you going to choose? So it says, I make wise and healthful choices. Now is the time to make choices about your life. Try to see the spiritual aspect of whatever decision you face. How will your choice affect your life path? So, I mean, that goes off of what I was just saying about thinking things through, and also, using your words, especially if you're wanting to manifest, whether it's speaking them. Well, it is about speaking, but writing them down. Like, what do you want? What do you want in a stable home life? What do you want in a partnership? What do you want? Because I feel like this home card does also represent like everything that comes with a home, right? So it's the physical home, but then it's also who you're sharing your home with. So that has to do with partnerships, marriage, family. Who are you choosing to be your partner? Yeah, because it talks about a house husband. I remember it talks about a house husband, married man, family. So I feel like it's quite possible somebody could be coming to you and saying, I want to marry you. I want to build a home with you, have a life with you, and you have to choose. And it's the advice is to think about it. Like, don't get emotionally involved. You really want to think logically about it and weigh all your options and dot your I's, cross your T's, that kind of thing. Yeah, it really just represents security. But honestly, I feel like that is the message. It's somebody, whether it's you're simply buying a house with somebody that's not romantic, that could happen, or a piece of property in terms of a business opportunity, right? Maybe it's like, hey, you want to buy this business and we'll share it and let's have a partnership and whatnot. It could be that. I'm just going to get one more just to clarify if there's anything, and it's just about choosing and making sure you're making the right choice based on what is fair. The bear. It's a fierce bear. I know this represents a mother energy, I'm pretty sure, but I want to read it. Of course, I'm going to read it because I don't like to be wrong. Eat, manage, protect, prosper. Motherly, fierce woman, a protector. Oh, it could also be like a grandfather, uncle, older brother, a boss, a hairy man, it says. Strength is called for at this time. You would also be advised to think about who could act as a mentor to you. This card also asks you to consider how you nourish your soul. I am strong and nurturing. I use food as medicine. Okay, well, of course, then I just went ahead and confused myself a little bit more. But, I'm going to get one more just to clarify. But I really am feeling like this fierce protective. Of course, I'm not. There's just no way. That was the clouds. We're going to read the clouds. Yes, I am confused. It'll come to me, the book and the key. Okay. Why do I do this to myself? I should just listen when they tell me to keep Key, certainty, solution, mastery, significance, breakthrough. Open, unlock, solve. Solving a mystery. There's a reminder, too, that the key to any situation often lies in your heart of hearts, your inner knowing. It is your inner self that you need to unlock and decipher to understand and make life decisions. To understand life and make decisions. Used for finding a solution, an insight, or the key to some situation or issue, which is really funny because I was literally just saying be objective, and this is like, in your heart of hearts. That sounds really contradictory, doesn't it? So the book is about learning, study, secrets, wisdom. It says it can suggest esoteric studies, delving deeper into your spiritual path, or a particular area of interest can be very rewarding. I take time to study the mysteries of life. Well, I like this better than The Clouds, which was about confusion. But, well, I think what it's saying is it's pointing you to your inner knowing, what you've developed so far with your intuition, and that's how you're going to be making the decision. And now I'm just feeling more confused, so I'm just going to pull another card or two, and hopefully it'll come to me. But it really does sound like an opportunity is going to be coming up in terms of purchasing property or a home with somebody. Or it's just taking things to the next level in terms of partnership with somebody, as in marriage. And communication is going to be, you know, I really feel like it's more like legal documents and the words that are being used. You know, maybe it is about reading through everything with a fine-tooth comb, because I feel like possibly legal documents are going to be involved here, and looking at things objectively, and then going to your inner knowing and looking for the answers to make the decision and say, okay, I've thought this through. Here are the pros and cons. Like, now I'm consulting my heart and saying, heart, what do you feel? And, you know, it's like, you know, and I also get the message of, if you're manifesting and it's like you wanting to create these things for yourself or wanting to bring about these types of opportunities, it has to do with your hidden knowledge, the wisdom you've gained. And I really feel like it is a book, but it's like more like a journal or like writing things down, right? And using your intuition and your opening your heart in order to get to the bottom of using the right words in order to create these opportunities for yourself. I feel like that's just maybe for a few people. That didn't feel like a big message. Comfort. So this is my Archangel Oracle. Archangel Azrael represents comfort, and it says, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Apologize for the glares. I'm gonna get one more. And, you know, I think that's why I'm really feeling this protective. Honestly, maybe the confusion. I'm really feeling, you know, the confusion that I was feeling and needing to clarify is maybe how you're going to feel when somebody presents something to you. And maybe it will just be extremely black and white. And it's like, look, everything's laid out. Or this person's coming to you and it's like, hey, it's simple. I love you. I want to marry you. Let's do this. And this, to me, represents like a very protective energy and a protection of yourself. Look at the bear looks mean, like, and fierce, and is like, don't take my fish. Because fish represent wealth. So there's an element of feeling like you could lose out on something, right? If you were to partner with somebody else. I mean, that's a possibility too, if it has to do with business or money and like selling and buying a property. But in terms of this like comfort card, and it's talking about helping heal your heart, I get that you're protecting your heart. You don't want to be hurt, which is also maybe why the air element is showing up. You could also be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Or it just could mean that you are being very emotionally detached with this whole situation. And the key is to like it's, the key is in your heart of hearts. Like, how do you feel? However, you may be blocking it because you're afraid of being hurt. Which is why Archangel Azrael is here and saying, I'm with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. And then we have Archangel Ariel, prosperity. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. So honestly, they're just picking up on stuff I was already saying, you know, talking about what you want to manifest in your life. It's like, this is what you're working on to get this opportunity for someone to come and want to marry you, or it's pointing to something in the future that's going to be happening where someone is coming to you already, planning to come to you and say, right, I want to marry you and build a home with you. And they're wanting, you know, it to become legal in some way. And it's just helping you to know that you're being helped to heal your heart to prepare you for that, because I think there's some guardedness there in terms of maybe you've been hurt before, you're not used to letting people in, you're used to being very logical about stuff, about relationships. So yeah, and then we have, you know, Archangel Ariel saying, you know, you don't need to worry. I kind of get this person is going to like want to take care of you and want to provide for you and be like, I want to buy you a house. I want you to be my wife or my husband, and I want to provide for you, basically, like take care of your needs. Because I feel like they're going to have possibly a lot of money or just the means to do that. And of course they want you to be their partner, but they're also like, in order to be someone's partner, it has to be like reciprocal, so giving and receiving. And I talked about this in one of my other readings. And receiving is sometimes hard for people, and especially if you're used to taking care of yourself, which I feel like is the bear, right? I'm used to catching my own fish. I'm used to not having to depend on anyone else. I'm used to being the mother bear who takes care of her cubs, and no one's taking care of me because I'm that person who's taking care of other people. So I feel like there's this element of like, you can trust as long as you're listening to your intuition about this person, and it's not some idiot who's just like speaking out their ass, right? And you're listening to intuition, you're checking in with yourself, your inner knowing, your wisdom, your knowledge, and saying like, is this actually a manifestation of my dreams, or is this just a test or something like that? And again, because it's in Mercury retrograde, I feel like that's why there might be some confusion, because a lot of people talk about not signing contracts during Mercury retrograde. Not saying you have to get married right now or whatever, but during Mercury retrograde, which does end in June 22nd, I believe. So not too much longer, even though it's the beginning of June. But just because people will tell you like to be careful not to start anything new during. So I think all of those things might be going through your head if this opportunity does come to you, which is fine, which I think is a good thing. It's good to weigh things out logically and to be objective and to not get carried away with your emotions, because sometimes that's how we can get sucked into bad situations. It's how we can, like, you know, we need to use both. We need to use our logic, and we also need to use our heart and have them work together. In this case, it's asking you to run it by your brain first, no matter how you're feeling, to make sure you're weighing the pros and cons. Or if you're always doing that, maybe it's vice versa, right? Run it through your heart first and then weigh the pros and cons. Who knows? You'll know for yourself. So I'm going to stop talking about that now. And I'm using my cat tarot. I don't know why I love this deck so much. It's really funny to me. And I have a cat, obviously you've seen him, and yeah, I just really like it. I was drawn to it for some reason. This is the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is about feeling guarded or being possibly closed off. But fours also represent stability. Again, we have another four, and fours have been coming up a lot in the readings. But four is about stability. It has a lot to do with what makes us feel stable and secure. And that's usually home and money and relationships, right? So It could mean, like I said, I was just talking about possibly being guarded. That could represent that. And then we have the Page of Wands. Pages are about messages or messengers. And wands represent fire, so that's passion. Look at the way that he's looking at that. It looks like it's like a deer caught in the headlights. That's like what I'm getting. But he's also waiting to pounce on it, right? He's like, I'm gonna get you. I feel like that's how this person's gonna be he's gonna be patient, because you see how this cat is like, and cats are usually patient. They're hunters. I feel like this person who's coming to offer you this or to ask you to go to the next level with them is a patient person. But they're still like, look how intense this cat's eyes are. It's like he's watching that thing until he knows he can get it. So no matter how guarded you are, no matter how much you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna sniff these fish. Isn't it funny? The bear has fish too. And fish, I'm pretty sure, represent wealth. But it's like, I'm just gonna sniff these fish. I'm not sure if I'm gonna choose one, if I'm gonna eat it or pick it up or whatever. I'm just gonna sniff them. And this cat's like, okay, I'll just sit here, wait for you. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which I feel like is a decision. It's also one, like a new beginning. And this cat, look, is choosing, or there's only one choice basically. So here we have 4 choices. Not to say that there's gonna be 4 different people or 4 options, but it's more about like, I'm just keeping my options open, or I'm not sure what I'm gonna choose. But it eventually gets down to this, like, okay, this is actually a really great opportunity, and I see this as the only one that I really want to take. So I'm going to take it. And it seems like it'll be fruitful. It seems like it'll taste good. But I'm still going to, there's still this element, I'm going to feel it out first, because maybe this is everything I've always wanted. And it could very well be. However, cats are cautious. They're not like dogs who will just usually come up to you if they're really friendly. Like, cats are like, I'm going to wait and kind of feel you out. And I'm also going to let you come up to me, right? And that's how I feel this is. Like, it's the person who's going to be receiving this offer will just have to think about it. And the other person's probably going to have to be patient with them. And they'll eventually get there if it's meant for them to choose it. But again, you'll see, even in this case, you can't even tell if the cat's going to choose it or not. So I think there's going to be this element of uncertainty for a bit while this person decides if this is right for me. Can I trust this offer? I feel. Okay, that one and this one. More pentacles. Now the 6 of Pentacles, which is about give and take, reciprocity, balance. 6s are about balance. And it's also about like philanthropy and giving. That cat looks fat and happy, fed and happy. The King of Swords. Okay, so we have more swords and air, which means Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So it could be a Libra. You know, Libra energy is very strong here, it seems. And the Queen of Swords. Oh my God, you guys. These 2 cards came out in, I'm pretty sure, in my last reading. But it's counterparts. Like, oh, fuck. Damn, dude. So this person, like these 2 people, this situation I'm picking up on. And again, it doesn't have to be love. It can mean like business partnership, because it is swords, which would be like not love, right? But still, it could be either or. Just pick up on it. Depends on your situation. But it's like these people were meant to be partners in some way because they match each other. They want the same things. You know, they want the same things, basically, is all I can say, whether that's in love or relationship. And it does seem, or love or career, work, because there's a lot of pentacles here. So that does, and swords, which to me, there's no, if there were cups here, I'd say it was more love, but it honestly feels a little bit more like business. But we'll see if love comes out. But now we have wands, which is, this is the 7 of wands. 7 of wands represents waiting, right? No, the 7 of wands. No, Seven of Wands is not about waiting. That's the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Wands is... Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. I'll probably I'm going to read it from the book then, because I'm pretty sure it's about feeling guarded or defensive still, like, or defending something off. This is about perseverance. While you may be outnumbered by your enemies, rest assured that your position on that high precipice gives you the distinct advantage. Stand your ground and you'll have no trouble battling them over the edge. You have the upper paw. Rest assured you are in full control. Yes, any fears or reservations around this partnership is really going to be the lack of control, the giving your power away to people, to this partner, whoever wants to, you know, be with you. It's something about having to do with power and a giving your power away and whatever, and you choosing to do that. But at first it's going to be difficult for you because you're probably not used to doing that. And you're not sure if you can fully trust it. So you're wanting to like keep yourself in a less vulnerable position. Let me get more cards on this though, just to see what exactly it means. But it is about standing your ground, defending your position, not allowing yourself to be overshadowed, overtaken by other people's opinions, especially, you know, like within a partnership, that's important. Things, Ace of Cups. So maybe it is love. Maybe it starts out as work and just business and cash, and then it turns into love. But the Ace of Cups is about, and then we have another, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, and I'm pretty sure these two cards came out in the other reading too. But it's about new beginnings in love or self-love, filling your own cup, having your cup filled by another person. So I think, yeah, this standing your ground is, you know, making sure that you are getting your needs met in terms of this partnership. Will this partnership meet your needs? And that's maybe what you're defensive about, because possibly in the past, in other partnerships, you felt like your needs didn't get met. So it is about you making sure your own needs are getting met, but also communicating that with another person. And then I'm pretty sure this is the Two of Swords. See, his teeth are the swords. But the Two of Swords is about needing to make a decision. Let me just check to make sure. Yeah, it is swords. So the Two of Swords. Open wide, a difficult decision looms large. You may be baffled by a situation around you or biased in your view of it. The Two of Swords asks you to stretch, to broaden your horizons, and to at least try to see things from an objective point of view. Is it fear that's keeping you from seeing things clearly? Perspective is key. I mean, we just talked so much about that. Having an objective point of view. And coming after the Ace of Cups, it really means, like, no matter how you feel about it, you want to look at things objectively. So whether that's you want to look at, okay, because this card was about fear, right? Where's your fear coming from? Is it coming from past? Are you just afraid you're being burned, right? Is it coming from past experiences? Or is it really because you can't trust this person? Because sometimes we see, and so I do feel there's this period where you're not going to be able to make a decision, or you're going to be like telling this person to wait. I don't know. I'm not sure. But they're kind of like, well, you know, come on. Like, you know, they want a decision. And you got to look at, where is your indecision coming from? Fear of losing yourself because of past situations, or is it really because this person isn't good for you to jump into a partnership with? Or especially, it seems like a long-term one in terms of legally some binding of some sort. The Emperor. The Emperor is Aries energy. So we've had air signs show up already. Libra heavily, or Aquarius and Gemini are the other air signs. And then we have now Aries energy, the Emperor. That's the father archetype. He's in charge. He's someone who's trustworthy because he built an empire and he rules an empire. So there's that, the Queen of Cups. Another queen. The Queen of Cups would be someone who's nurturing and receptive and open, in touch with her emotions, creative, sensitive, all those wonderful things. The very feminine, very feminine. Whereas the Queen of Swords would be more of the icy, kind of cold, emotionally detached one, right? So, and then we have the Nine of Wands, which is about feeling like the wounded warrior or like you've been through a battle, but it is also about looking at what you've accomplished. And so I feel that these two cards coming out together means, like with the Queen of Cups, is emotionally you've kind of been through a battle, you know, your emotions have been not handled with care in the past. And again, this is just more so why you're being guarded. That's a lot. I don't want those, but I want this one. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles represents slow movement forward, methodical decisions. It is about action, but it's the slowest moving action card. So it is about, am I making the right choice? Or when I make the choice to move forward, I know that I'm making the right one because I know it's going to be stable, grounded. I'm being methodical. The Ace of Swords, another ace. It's about clarity. So you're not moving forward until you have clarity, basically. The Ace of Swords is, yeah, this is my truth. I'm making sure that I'm choosing this based on my terms, basically, not just because you want me to do it, not just because you're very passionate about it. I want to make sure that it's coming from me because possibly in the past you've made decisions based on how somebody else felt about you, right? Like you got caught up in their emotions and it was very easy for you to just be like, yes, let's do it. Let's be committed and let's be in this relationship and I love you. And now you're like, well, let me think about it. Let me feel, you know, and that's not a bad thing. Like, I know that I have to do that about decisions because I can get very caught up in other people's emotions when I'm around them. So I've now been able to be like, I want to feel it. I want to go home and be by myself and like have a couple of days to think about it before I choose, because I want to see if I still feel the same. And that's how you can tell what you really want is you get some distance, some space, you feel it out for yourself, you think it out for yourself, you do whatever you need to do to come to the conclusion on your own. This is the 4, it's another 4 of Swords. So this is rest. Yeah, so literally what I just was saying is in order to get to this clarity, you have to take a break. Like, so say you start dating somebody or you're working with somebody and then you know, it gets presented to you, this opportunity, or they come, you know, they come at you with it. You're like, well, I need a break. I need some time by myself. Like, let's not talk for a couple days or let's not see each other because I just really want to make sure that I am looking at it from my own point of view and not just, and making sure it's good for me based on where I'm at and not me choosing because of I want to make you happy or yeah, I am sucked into how you feel about it. Especially Mercury in retrograde, you know, it's so easy to get things twisted. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a very passionate, fiery knight. He's like the Casanova, comes in quickly, leaves very quickly. But this is like, once you read, this is what I feel is the decision will be, what I get is the inspiration and the decision will be made very quickly after you have this period of rest and allowing yourself to come to your own conclusions. And again, if this person who's coming at you with this offer is badgering you, is not respecting your need to think about it, then that's probably a sign that they're not a person to be working with, I would say. 3 of Pentacles is teamwork and collaboration. So yeah, you're eventually gonna choose it if it's right for you. And we have more cups now, and now four. So many fours, guys. Okay, so the Four of Cups. See, the thing about the Four of Cups is that there's always a light and a shadow to everything. The Two of Pentacles. So the light side, you know, the light side of the Four of Pentacles or Four of Cups would be, I'm not just taking any cup that's being offered to me because just because people are offering things to me doesn't mean it's good for me. And then, you know, the shadow side would be, I don't like anything that's being offered to me, so I'm not going to take it because I'm not grateful or I'm not seeing its value. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is about juggling and balance. Keeping two or more things in balance. No, I'm not taking that one. I wanted to see how many fours we had, though. Okay, the Emperor is a 4. We had the Four of Cups, the Four of Swords. The House was a 4. I couldn't remember if there was another 4 that came out. The Four of Pentacles did come out, so it's... Did the Four of Wands come out? I think literally every 4 in the deck has come out except for the 4... my cat. The Four of Wands, which is like marriage, but the 4 card came out. So how many 4s is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you count this card, the Choices and the Paths card is a 4. So that's 6 4s. I wonder if there's one for in the book about that many 4s. That would what be 44,444? No, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that would be 444,000. I don't think it's in there. But still a lot of 4s. Okay, I want to read the Two of Pentacles from the book and then see what I'm getting when it comes to the Four of Cups. Again, it's about choices. Hi Cheeto. What? What are you doing? I hear you in there. Two of Pentacles represents a looming choice, perhaps even conflicting distractions. It feels like a lot of flip-flop back and forth. Either that or you have more than one option. And, I mean, I did say that. But, which is, right, Cheeto. Cheeto, look, we're using your cards. Okay, I don't feel like moving him, so he's just going to stay there. And, so it could mean having more than one option here. Okay, let's wrap this up because it feels like a lot of back and forth and yes, I'm going to choose it and then no, I'm not sure. And that's might be what it feels like for you. The Tower. The Tower is about something ending, a sudden ending. Hi. But it's about a foundation crumbling, basically. Something you don't need that gets removed. So sometimes that's divorce. You know, when we're talking about legal matters, that could be divorce or the ending of a business partnership or something too. This could also mean endings, or maybe that stuff needs to happen first in order for the new partnership to begin. And then we have the Empress. Again, counterparts, because we have the Emperor. Here, Cheeto, I'm gonna... Look how cute she is with her little crown. I don't know where they put the cone on the Emperor. But she's the mother archetype. Yeah, I mean, that coming out could mean like baby mama energy. Like, and again, I was talking about... Go ahead. Or just lay down. That could be, you know, like a divorce. if you're married and you're watching this, doesn't mean you're going to be getting divorced. It could also mean like a legal divorce, right? Like ending of a partnership. In order to be with the one who truly matches you. You know, and it could, you know, be because of a or this could be past where it's like somebody was married and got divorced, and that's also why they're guarded now. No, Cheeto, get down. Sorry, hold on. Cheeto, get down. You're such a butt. Okay, I have to move him now because now he's being... Come on. Nope. Okay. Now he'll sit there. So that could be it too. Oop. The Seven of Swords. Ooh. This card's never... No, Cheeto, no. 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 He wants to jump back on my desk. This card is about deception. Trying to get away with something. No, I'm not making room for you. You're such a butthead. Okay. Let's just go with it. So let's see about this card. Right when I feel like I'm gonna end it, and then it does this to me. So the deception card, let's see what this card's about. The Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is like a single person happy and enjoying their life. Not needing to worry about anyone else. Oh my God, my freaking nose. His hair's tickling my face. I feel like they're everywhere. And the Ace of Wands. Well, I feel like maybe one person didn't want to get married ever. Or didn't want to get married again. They were content on being single, but they can't deny this. I mean, like, pretty sure all of the aces have come out, these new beginnings. Like, they can't deny the passion. Like, this would be like a passion, new beginning, a spark, something like that. I mean, it's a wand, so it's very phallic. So it could mean like sex, you know, like in passion in that way. And something you just cannot deny that you want. This is, you know, it does feel like, yeah, one person didn't want to get married again. Seven of Pentacles is about waiting and being patient. What are we being patient about? Cheeto, stop. Cheeto, can you not? Or I'm going to move you. The Two of Cups. We're being patient, Cheeto. For the love. The true counterpart. So one person is basically going to have to be patient with the other person who's not going to be sure. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I just realized I was like, oh yeah, they can probably see his butthole up in the camera. I apologize for that. I'm not editing it out. So one person's going to have to be patient with the other person as they decide. Or it's not even that they need to decide. I mean, yes, it is, but it's them needing to work through their own fears and whatever's coming up for them around it. Like, that's really what it is. The other person, and again, this is how you know if this is the right person for you, is if they are patient with you, if they are like, yeah, no worries, I'll give you all the time you need. What can I do? What can I do to show you that I am trustworthy? You know, because the Seven of Swords that came out could represent being lied to in the past about things. And that is one of the reasons that, of course, the Ten of Cups comes out as I split the deck. One of the reasons this person is, ow, fuck, that hurt. One of the reasons this person is, of course, there's a 10 of, not sure because they were lied to. They have a hard time trusting people because of it, and they're flip-flopping back and forth. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me think about it. And so this person's like, what can I do? This is how you know it's a trustworthy person, is like, what can I do to help you feel comfortable, to like show you that I'm not like these other people, and that I really am serious about what I'm saying, and that I really do want a long-lasting relationship. I'm not just gonna, this isn't just for right now. It's not temporary. I want something that's lasting. And so that's how you know if that, and again, I feel like this person who isn't sure is going to need to be proven to over time. And that is how you see who someone really is, and if they have integrity with their words, and if they're really matching up, their actions are matching up with what they say, is over time, what are they doing? What are they showing you? The 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is about a happy home life, having everything that you want, prosperity, wealth, abundance in all forms, physically, emotionally, and all that good stuff. So I think I'm going to end it there. That seems pretty clear. If you'd like to work with me, please email me at empoweringyouраuthenticity@gmail.com, or follow me on Instagram at empoweringauthenticity, and you can message me there. $56 for 30 minutes and $97 for 60 minutes. I can do pre-recorded or live over Zoom. And you can visit my website at empoweringauthenticity.com to see about the other things that I have going on. Yeah, I'm sending you guys so much love. Okay, bye.